Just kidding.
Okay, sorry late in starting this recording, but we just finished up our standing meditation in going through all things water. So you'll get that review in the handouts I send you later on. Okay, and we also did our tapping and we did our healing sound. So from that, holding on, coming back into our medium frame horse stance, let's work on the muscles and the bone, the lower body. So as we inhale, the arms come up. And then when you exhale, we're going to sit back. The arms are out in front of you. Seat the elbows and wrists, drop the shoulders. Inhale for a breath here. And exhale, sink a little deeper. So we're putting that, kind of a torque into the bone as you pull in with the head of the femurs and they go out, and the front of the lower part of the femur goes in. So that's like a spiraling all the way down through the tibia mainly. And then we come up on the inhale. And on the exhale, release the arms. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, sink back and hold. Inhale, tuck that chin, keep the spine nice and long. Pulling the shoulders back. Pulling the femurs into the hip sockets with the tailbone dropping. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, back down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, sink down. Drop the shoulders, press with the hands. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, push back up. And exhale down. So let's take the feet in, toes in, heels in. So we'll do 3 rounds of this. Inhale with the Taoist horse stance. And as we come down, we just interlace the thumb and the pinky, bring it out as you go back. So this one is a little bit more forward. So the butt is back a little bit farther back, tailbone tucked in. So the sacrum doesn't roll under, but the sacrum stays lengthened with the rest of the spine. Same with the neck. Watch the tendency to, just drop that head back. Feel it, the shoulders drop, the chest lifts to support the head. So what we're doing on top is going to help how low and straight or vertical our back can get on the other side. So, I started here. All right, now I can get to that same level and I can get to about here. And that's, so I feel this really on the tibia, all the way through the tibia. And of course the femurs are really getting a torque in them. And then inhale to come back out of that, and exhale, arms down. So we're just adding a moderate hold for that one. Let's go to the double width large frame horse stance. So 1 time out, 2 times out. And so we're in this wide horse stance, feet parallel. Again, inhale. This time let's bring palms together. Exhale as we sink down into this wide frame horse stance or large frame. And here is where we had the most success. I have the most success with getting a little bit lower and keeping the back straighter for whatever reason. And maybe it's not for you. Maybe this is a lot harder. So do watch. I'm going to just take a glance and see how you guys look really good. But make sure there's a little bit of a fold at that hip. So the hip should still be. So it's like you're sitting down on a horse, very fat horse, right? This tries to, but I don't want to do that. That's where what I don't want to do. This isn't flat. This stays seated and flexed. However, I don't want that either. So find that place in the center to hold my horse stance. So if you've ever been on a fat horse and you know how you're really holding on to the belly of the horse or ridden bareback. I can't say I've ever ridden bareback, but I have ridden a fat horse before. Thighs hurt for days, if not weeks. All right, we'll come out of that. Inhale. And exhale. Let's take the feet in. So we come out of that, shake out the legs a little bit. Woo. And shaking the arms, hands, puppy paws, flip them. And thumbs, puppy paws, flip them. And shake. One more puppy hands, and shake. Good. Shake the rest of the arms and get the lower body involved, and then the lower body takes over, the upper body just reacts. This feels good. So happy solstice. Tomorrow, we will have reached the shortest day of the year, and everything's uphill from then till June. So. Bring it back to center, throw it out. A little tingling in the fingertips. And let's just run through a few of our golden she ball exercises. We'll open up the spine first on this exhale. Just close the shoulders, rounding the back. That nice stretch in the lower back. Inhale as we open. Exhale, round. 2. 3. We'll do one more. Phoenix ascends. Two more. Filling. Set. Good, monkey leaves. We'll do 9 of these. Okay. Take your toes, heels out, draw back, exhale everything out. Snake rises, inhales, we sink. Exhale, round up. Inhale to sink. Exhale, round up. And set. And so instead of doing the embracing sun and the moon, we're going to do our water regulating protocol. So taking your left hand open, shift over to that left side, we'll go over the left shoulder, shift back to the right, scoop out the water, and clear as we rotate around the face. So inhales, we push the water to the right wall, exhale, look at the left wall. In. So shoulders become parallel to the right wall. And as we rotate, the shoulders are parallel to the left wall. Try to get that full rotation. Use your feet, waist, arms. So pressing through that left heel toe, heel toe. One more. So switch sides, open up the right side, turn to the right wall, push off from the right foot, looking to the left wall, clear, inhale, exhale. Out. When we come together, inhale back to center, release the left arm, and exhale to set. All right, so bring your heels in, toes in. So I'm gonna, stop, end it there. I want to do a little bit of opening up the side body, and we have been working on that with the twists, with the some spinal rotations in the fall, especially when I teach the Zen yoga, the yoga part. We do a lot of twisting in the fall. And now we just kind of want to open up the side body, because this is what we're going to be using a lot of in our 8 vessels. So let's take the feet, because we're not doing a seated practice in our Qigong, we're going to do this standing. And how about, let's take the right hand over around your waist. Take your left hand up and over. So yeah, it's kind of bringing in a little bit of the 8 brocades. But so as you bring this up, I'm going to seat that left heel. So as I'm reaching up and over the ear, you're really pushing into that left foot, finding that full arc. We're making an arc inside the body as well as on the outside of the body. So this all draws in to meet this outside left. And as you inhale here, you're going to inhale into the, picture that breath going into the lungs. And as the lungs expand, picture those lungs, actually try to feel those lungs hit the ribs. Pushing against the ribs to expand them. And then as you exhale, you're going to close and squeeze the ribs, squeeze around those lungs, pushing all the air from your right side out to the left side. Inhale as we open. Exhale to close. Inhale to open. And exhale, close. So notice all that weight is on that left side. Now inhale to open. Bring those hips back through the center, release the arm, both arms. And just notice the difference between your right side and your left side. You feel all compressed on the right? Let's open up the right. Take the left arm back. Inhale that right arm up. Shift your weight over to that right side as you reach over. And inhale to the right lungs through the right rib cage. And then exhale, squeeze everything out. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And inhale back to the center, releasing the arms. In and set. So maybe you feel a little more refreshed. Everything's kind of cleaned out and got a little lighter feel to this torso area. Okay, so feet are about shoulder width apart, outside shoulder width apart. And let's just start by shifting or posting from right to left. Posting to the right, sink back. Post to the left, sink back. Post to the right and sink. Post to the left and hold, or to your right. Let's everybody go to your right. So we're holding on the right side. Now make those adjustments. You should see the tips of the toes beyond your knee, just the tips. Like, you know, if you cut your toenails really short, just see the tips of your toes. If you keep your toenails long, see your toenails. And just sink there. Feel that thigh start to quiver, maybe. Ah. Yeah, we could take the hands to the hips. Sink. That actually helps kind of getting that to sink a little bit more. Now make sure the pelvis, where's the pelvis? Is it tilted forward? Tilt it back slightly. Is it tilted? Are we too much here and the tailbone is pulled all the way under so that your pelvic bone is forward? Then you adjust that so it's down. Okay, so bring the arms up. So we embrace the heart. Okay, this is for our fire protocol. And we're doing the 6G, pericardium triple warmer energy. It's the spark. It's going to keep us warm through the wintertime internally. And we're going to lift that left heel, rotate the foot. Okay, so if we just do this, just turn it in 45 degrees, okay? Then come back to the center, shift over to the left. And so let's do that same thing. We're going to weight that hold into the left leg. Now notice it might feel very different. Make sure that that hip doesn't fly away. So hopefully you have yourself on, you can see the picture of yourself in the box. Maybe you can make it bigger, but you want to keep this hip in. Try not to let that happen. So tuck that back in so that you really start to feel it right along the quadricep. The stomach meridian runs right through that. So we don't want to feel it more, we want to feel it more going towards the center of the quad rather than going to the outside IT band. So you'll know the difference if your hip starts to shake. Yeah, get it to tuck underneath you. And tibia, that main bone in the lower part of the leg, maybe starting to speak as well. So now as we draw the shoulders back and down, we're going to pick up the right heel and pivot that foot 45 degrees, drop the heel. So watch that you don't go back. I noticed that when you did that, I'm not all the way turned yet. I'm just 45 degrees. And I want to just get this feel of this rotation from the heel through the hip to the shoulder. Okay, so when you do that, make sure your body's not back here. Okay, this is not doing anything. I don't feel a thing. Now, if I come forward and make that diagonal line, all of a sudden, oh yeah, hello. You should feel a stretch in the calf. Anywhere from a moderate stretch to a pretty deep stretch, depending on the tightness of your calves. And then come back to center. Undo the foot. Drop the arms. Shift to the right. 45-degree turn. Lift the arms. Release back to center. Shift back to center. Shift to the left, 45-degree with the foot, raise the arms, back to center, 2, 3, 4, shift, inhale, turn out the heel, exhale, set, inhale, back to center, bring the foot back, inhale, back to the left, drop that right heel, inhale to back to center, 4, exhale, what am I saying? Just breathe. Inhale. So now, inhale, rotate the whole foot. If you can, go from the 45-degree maybe to the 90-degree at this point, and then back to center. And then shift to your right, turn in the whole foot. So it's going from 90 degrees, looking at your right wall, 2, 3, 4. Come back through the center, 2, 3. This isn't the best thing for Mitchell to start right now, but do it. Okay, so we started at 45 degrees. That's all I want you to do, Mitch. You guys keep going. Make sure that when, okay, everybody look at me. Remember how we first got into this? Posting, okay? So I post to the right. My left leg is empty. In fact, pick that left leg up. Try not to lean to the right though, okay? So put the foot back down where it was, okay? But stay weighted on that right leg. Okay, now try to take it up again without leaning. I know. So I have my heel up and I'm feeling all of a sudden this is really talking to me right here. Quadriceps, and I forget which one this is in particular. Each one of them have a name. Sartorius is the one that crosses over, the longest muscle of the body. Let's see. Yeah, okay. Now lower that left foot all the way and we're going to shift over to the left. Now as I'm holding on the left side, again, make sure that the back is not overarching. There's no pain in the back. Let that sacrum drop. The sits bones drop. Take a gander at your toes. Make sure that you can see the tips of the toes beyond that knee. Make sure that hip is back and not out. And now try to take, so I would say 90% of your weight is on that left leg. Pick up your right without shifting. Try not to shift too much. I mean, you are going a little bit, but okay. So I do want you to feel the distinction, because once you go into this first vessel, the 7-pointed star, it's not here. Okay, I'm not doing anything here. I have a little rotation. Yeah, I'm doing, you know, the closing the quad and opening the quad, closing the quad and opening, which is what we've been doing all fall. However, I now want to take that idea and put it into the muscle. Okay, so as I shift to the left, you 45-degree turn that right foot. This is to begin with. Then you rotate 45 degrees. Keep the weight here. This length, it's like a parent praying mantis kind of idea. I think of the praying mantis. So him here. So you guys can all come into this position with me. So notice where my alignment is. Here's my hip joint. Here's my sternum. Now look at what I did with my knee. See how my knee was out pointing more in that direction? I want to pull it in. So I want to activate my inner thigh a little bit, because I really am separating upper part of the body from lower part of the body. And if anybody's familiar with any kind of sports, golf especially, they talk about the separation of the upper body and lower body. And that's what we're really trying to do. Keep the upper body light, the lower body solid. You're getting tired. Okay, come back to center, turn out the foot, set the hands. Now shift back over to that left side, same thing. Okay, so let's feel the weight here. Notice where the alignment is, okay? Sternum's here, my shoulder and the hip are all centered over the left leg. Now as I bring the arms up, embrace the heart. Okay, so remember our alignment in this embracing the heart. It's not here. Okay, it's not here, it's here. The hands reflect the rib cage and the space between the fingers reflect the sternum. Okay, so you want to keep that reflection as I turn out that right heel, rotate, and I'm just going that 45-degree because I don't see anybody that's, you got a little bit more, but now lean. the weight is over this left leg. Now, it might be a little harder on this side to get that left leg in. The right leg is a little bit stronger, I think, for me anyway. May not be for you, but either case, you don't want that to happen. See how my knee rotated out? Pull it in so the hip and the femur and the tibia is aligned. I know, I'm getting tired. All right, here we go, back to center. So straighten that right foot and set. Okay. So we're gonna do a little drill, if you would, just kind of a, not a hard drill, more of a nice and flowy back and forth. Okay, so we'll start here in the center. Sink, embrace the heart. Shift, rotate, hold. Inhale back to center. Exhale, sink. As you shift, begin to inhale, rotate, hold. Exhale back through center, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, set, hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, shift, 3, 4, pivot, back. I'm going to get the timing right on this. Come back center. So don't forget to come back to the center. Then shift. Then inhale, pivot, drop, hold, lift, 2. So here it is. And set. Ready? Inhale, shift, 2, 3. Exhale, hold it. Inhale, exhale, center. Inhale, turn, press, exhale. Inhale, center, exhale. Shift, inhale, pivot, exhale. Hold, inhale. Exhale, 2, 3, sink, shift, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, hold, dropping that heel. Good, much better. Inhale, center, 2, 3, exhale, 2. Shift. Inhale. Press. In. Back to center, out. Then shift. Turn. Drop, exhale. Inhale. Exhale through the center, come into the center, sink, shift, turn, drop the heel, press the hands, up, stay forward. Inhale or exhale back to center and set, shift, turn, set, exhale, inhale, hold, exhale, center, and set. Shift, in, turn, out, in. Now stay here. Okay, so you're here, leaning forward, that back foot's totally empty. lift that back heel, keep this leg drawing in. So from your knee, inner thigh, push the big toe, lift up your right heel and step it back a little bit. So your right thigh is going to come in and you're going to sink over it like you're crossing your legs. Okay, you can drop your arms. So now you're going to cross the legs. So you take your hands to your hips. So it's like you're doing, well, it's not really like a curtsy, but watch how deep you go because you don't want to torque the knee. Then undo it, shift, pivot, keep the heel up, and twist. So it's shift, pressing heaven and earth. So we're doing this spiral back and forth. So just kind of get the idea of shifting, rotate that right in, then your hips go one direction, your shoulders go the other. So it's like a counter screw. And then back to center, 2, 3, 4, going to the other side. Drop the knee underneath, squeeze those hips. And as I'm going around to the left with the hips, the shoulders and spine are going around to the right. Back to center, 2, 3, 4, set. So my hips are going to the right, shoulders go to the left. And we can play with the arms a little bit. We can do this yin yang arm to switch. Yin yang arm to switch. And then last one. Sink. And change. And coming back to center, inhale and exhale. So let's shake that out. So if you felt any tweaking of your knee, just be aware of that. There is a lot to do with your own ability to heal mild injuries. So as soon as you feel something, even if you think it's nothing, do take your hand, rub it on that area. You activate and encourage healing to happen in there before, you do something else. So if your back is a little stiff, get your hands there, stimulate some energy to get into that area, start to heal things before, getting the body a jump start on healing itself. Okay, so now we're going to this third vessel, which is going into this pigeon-toed or boss stance. So you can do boss stance and not do boss stance, depending on your knees. You always work from the hips, knees, and toes are always going to go in the same direction. So I'm going to turn both feet in, which means I want to start at the hip, knee, toe, hip, knee, toe. So the hips turn first, the knees follow, and the toes come last. Then, so this is fine, this is fine, this is fine, this is fine. This is like really into it. And, but if their knees are touching, you can't have straight legs. So watch that. You want to bend into those knees like you're doing the snowplow. Yeah. Remember the snow? I don't think they teach the snowplow anymore. Anyway, here we are. Snowplow. Arms go out. Okay, let me show you side view. Conception vessel. Governing vessel. Okay, it's cat dog or cat cow. Okay, we'll just go through this a couple of times and call it a day. So we're inhale, exhale. Inhale, push the two walls apart. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Front view. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Pull the heart up. Exhale. Pull the heart back. Inhale. Make that the apex of what's moving. Exhale. Okay. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Release that 1 foot at a time. Clear and set. Oh, okay, so those are the first 3 vessels. The first 4 are the most challenging in terms of what we're doing in those legs and in the bones and the hips and with the knees. And so just, you know, as you work with this video, and if you look down and scroll down, I didn't really look, but I think the 8 vessels is in there from last year, a video for that I just kind of focused on that. You can look for it. I'll look for it. If I don't see it, I'll redo it, or I'll send it over to you. But that's you can already feel the heat, I'm sure, right? Everybody's, I know I'm a little warm, but if you go and you have that chill, deep bone chilling, you know, deep cold, that's the best way to warm up the body that I know of. So inhale, gather, exhale, except for maybe, you know, get into the hot tub. That's always nice. Inhale, exhale, and one more. And set. All right, till next time. Have a great day and see you Thursday. Bye.